Shall we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today is December 9th, 2022. It is 1:25 a.m. I've been gathering some links, some tweets for you guys. There's a lot and I have to be very selective, and I was responding to some tweets. I'm laughing because I just had a conversation. I responded to a tweet, but it was a squad, and I thought it was one of those trolls. Lucky for me, the squaddie who responded, who I was responding to, was very understanding, and she was like, "It's not too late to delete your tweet. Save it for like a troll or something like that." When I read it again, and I realized. She was in one of the derangers, so I delete my tweet. But anyway, I have a lot to share with you. Sometimes when you're in that Twitter zone, the troll come out. If you don't read the thing carefully, you're mistaking some people for different things. All right, but anyway, I deleted the tweet, by the way. So let me go on Twitter to share some stuff with you. Okay, you address this. These are some stuff that I responded to. There's here. She responded and said, maybe fight trolls and not the squad members. No, there's still time to delete because you did nothing with that tweet. It has, well, I deleted it. I can't even share it with you because I deleted it. All right, so let's go to the first tweet. First tweet. All right. Damn, Camilla Tominey getting cooked. All right, I didn't listen to it. One of my followers sent me that link, and the minute I saw it, I put it on the list. So let's listen.
Some people lead with cancelling is because many people, including myself from the black community, what I have had to do, many others, I've had to sit patiently. Okay, and I've had to watch white people dictate to black people what racism is. You cannot tell me, as a black woman, what racism is. You cannot tell me what racism is. I am here to tell you, just like Meghan with her documentary, she's had to sit and listen to everyone tell her what her reality is. So you know what, now it's time for her to speak. And just like with black people, you cannot come along.
Wow. Look at Camilla sitting down and, okay, let me let you finish. Listen to it.
And tell me what racism is. I am here to tell you. And the reason why, let me just make it clear for you.
There it is.
She who feels knows it more. African proverb. Please remember that. It will do you justice. Some people lead with cancer.
This is the thing that I always say. They need to feel it in order for them to understand it. I didn't even know there was a proverb about it. But let me bring it right there. Listen. Listen.
It more. African proverb. Feels knows it more. African proverb. Please remember that. It will do you justice. And why? Let me just make it clear for you. She who feels knows it more. African proverb. Please remember that. It will do you justice. Some people lead with cancelling is because many people, including...
Wow. Let me read some of the comments. That's why I keep on saying they need to feel it in order for them to understand it. All right, this queen is, what's her name? That's another kind of a Shola, Dr. Shola. Okay, organizer of Black Lives Matter protests. Okay, let me follow her. I'm telling you, the squad be letting us know some of the great people out there. She was giving. Yep, it was the finger pointing. All right, this was quite something. She who feels knows it more. African proverb. I swear, I never heard of it until now, but I used to say, well, I still said it. Okay, they need to feel it in order for them to understand it. All right, let's look at this. Camilla Tominey's face as she gets schooled on racism. There's that. Ouch, she cooked Camilla down. Okay, more of this, please. All right, so let's go to the next one. And the guy, too, was listening. Let me go back to it. The male figure. Where is it? Right here. Let's
patiently. Okay, and I've had to watch white people dictate to black people what racism is. You cannot tell me, as a black woman, what racism is. You cannot tell me what racism is. I am here to tell you, just like Meghan with her documentary, she's had to sit and listen to everyone tell her what her reality is. So you know what? Now it's time for her to speak. And just like with black people, you cannot come along and tell me what racism is. I am here to tell you. And the reason why, let me just make it clear for you. She who feels knows it more. African proverb. Please remember that. It will do you justice.
The guy's face was very interesting. Where is it? Right here. Look at him. Hopefully, I don't know. They need to hear these kind of things. They can't just let them pass by and say their nonsense without somebody putting a stop to their nonsense. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay. Any Squaddie has the video with Harry's grandma calling U.S. ambassador a gorilla. Harry and Meghan Netflix. It appears the pirate with press card are having a meltdown on how Meghan described her courtesy to Elizabeth. Alright, here you go. And for those comparing this docu to a reality show, don't forget the Windsors actually had one of the first reality show on TV. You know, the one where the queen told the gorilla story. Now, just who she thought the gorilla was before those doors opened. Racist royal family. Alright, 30 seconds.
It is extremely difficult sometimes to keep a straight face. When the Home Secretary said to me, there's a gorilla coming in. So I said, you know, what an extraordinary remark to make, very unkind about anybody. And so, you know, I stood in the middle of the room and pressed the bell and the doors opened, and there was a gorilla.
Wow.
And I had the most terrible trouble in keeping, you know, he had short body, long arms. And I had the most appalling trouble. It is extremely difficult.
Hey, it's in their system. My goodness. This is disgusting. And when you see Charles laughing, where is it?
And I had the most appalling trouble. It was.
Let's see it. Thank you. Let's throw this out there. Seeing that the rats are crying over some courtesy. Yeah, I have some other tweets regarding that. This one. All right, that's the same thing. This is disgusting. Okay, white British culture driving a German car, wear Chinese clothes, eats Indian dinner, and drinks American pop. Okay, they are saying Meghan is disrespecting British culture, which of course is complete nonsense. The pirates with press card can kick rocks. Yes, oh my IG. Alright, I'm not even gonna go into that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's this. So first, Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace say they were not contacted at all for comment on Harry and Meghan's Netflix. Then as soon as Netflix came out and said, hold up, don't lie, because you were, quote, all of a sudden the story changed to, quote, we didn't know if it was Netflix contacting us. Okay, there's this. They weren't contacted by Netflix, but by a third-person production company who tried to verify with Harry and Meghan. Company, no reply. Funny, of all the stories out, this is the one you picked up on. Playing games again, are you? So there's more tweet about that. I'm surprised that's all the other comment. Damn, I wish I had aligned the other one with that courtesy. I have more tweet regarding the courtesy. It should have been right after this video. Okay, the royal family lies again. Point here. Now they've been contacted, but by a third party. I can't with them. Harry and Meghan Netflix. the lies. Let's see, what did they say here? A royal source says that neither Buckingham Palace nor Kensington Palace nor any member of the royal family were approached for comment on the content of the series. I mean, you don't need to know about the series. Just answer the question that they asked you. Was something, did Harry or Meghan did this? Yes or no, we did this. This is what we did, or whatever. But you don't need to know every single thing that's gonna happen on the documentary. You know, this is why they like to see, to be the first to see the the documentary, similar to the Princes and the Press, because I think they wanted to see it first, and so they could make, tell them what to remove and what not to remove. Okay, update. A source says Kensington Palace did receive a comment request, but from a third-party production company via a different unknown organization's email address. They contacted Archwell Production and Netflix to try to verify, but received no response. They're digging themselves more deeper. Oh, that's it. Okay, the lies. Let's go into that. Okay, well, that was fast. They got a reminder Netflix has received. The sources are already outsourcing each other. Okay, they got reminded of receipt. Amateur. Okay, oh, that comment request. The way these people lie. Yeah, for simple things. Simple things. Because at the beginning, I think the first episode, they said there was a disclaimer somewhere where they said the royal family, they contacted the royal family and there was no response or something. I'm paraphrasing. It's not exactly the wording. Okay, they have fun, right? Have they ever heard of Prince Harry? Okay, oh look, the sources have re-emerged just to get smacked down by Netflix. Okay, a source of lies. The sources just ebb and flow. In and out of the lies, hard for them to keep up. Recollection may vary. Yep, different era. The recipe are quick to produce. They had to switch it up. They lie so badly. Liars, liars, palace on fire. Whoopsie, which one is it? That emoji or that GIF. Okay, eighth one of lies. Yep. Okay, they lie so easily. They are pathological. Oh wow. Okay, did we all watch the same thing? They did state no royal wanted to give comments. Nobody expected them to tell the truth. Alright, can someone from the production company just share the email already? Tired of these palace sources. I think the only thing that they could do is for them to show. Okay, if Netflix wants to show, they could only show their part, their email. Okay, what did they send? And then they're gonna have to redacted portion of the email address, unless if it's a public email address for Buckingham Palace or something like that. Okay, they could redacted certain part of the email. But they could only share their part. Well, if they didn't have any response back, so they don't have anything to show of the palace. But yeah, Netflix could only show the email that they sent, if they did. Okay, but lately apparently the palace sources don't exist, so really there's nothing to believe here. Alright, BP, media, and haters. Alright, let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Okay, Prince William, I wasn't giving a chance to respond. Netflix, yes you were. Prince William, well, it came from a weird email. Netflix, no it didn't. Stop lying. Okay, did Netflix respond back again? Is it from the things that I just read? Okay. The way the world absolutely fall apart when met with an outlet who doesn't just kiss their ass. Jeez. Okay, I think William is at the root of a great deal of the ill feeling in the family, and his envy of Harry's freedom has a lot to do with it. He's trapped and he knows it. Sad. Okay, that is my opinion also. That's what happens when they didn't have the privilege to first watch it. They will have had their lies prepared. Where is Netflix? Second response regarding the weird email. It's very odd. Tabloids and paparazzi made his childhood a living hell too. I don't understand where he's coming from. This is the thing that I'm saying. He's older. He should have a better sense of all of this madness. But Harry, who's much younger and who didn't have that much time, as William did with his mother, was able to come out on top of this. Okay, on the other hand, I completely understand where Harry's coming from. Okay, first instinct, lie. We'll clean up later. But the comms team misses those 5 a.m. emails much better than daily global embarrassment. Okay, maybe William should promise Netflix access to his children. Netflix cuties. This is so pathetic to lie about. That's what I'm saying. For every small little thing, they can't even tell the truth. Funny how he knew who to contact when he wanted to complain about the trailer dropping. And the other thing too, remember throughout I think the INVICTUS Netherlands, throughout what was the other thing, the Queen's funeral, there were some clips of, you know, those morning shows in the UK. We're talking about them working with Netflix cameras, they're bringing Netflix into the palace and all of that. So they knew about it. They knew about it. Okay, so their mouth, they won't be able to keep their lies straight, because even before we knew when the Netflix docuseries was gonna drop, they've been talking about it. Harry and Meghan is working with their Netflix things, and they even said some stuff during is it the Jubilee or something? Like Meghan is gonna work with a crew, a camera crew with her and stuff like that. Yeah, so they knew about it. Okay, William, I wasn't giving a chance to respond, but I will leak to the media that Harry and Meghan are doing docuseries. There it is. Yeah. When did he realize he couldn't keep saying they weren't contacted because there was an email trail? Okay, trying to make out Netflix and Harry and Meghan were lying about the royal family being contacted wasn't going to work when there is email proof. I don't know how he thinks. I really don't understand. Did someone have to point this out to William? Liars as usual, not surprised. Okay, I LOL so hard at the sketchy email response. Well, okay, why you always lying? Caught lying again. It's the American way. We don't care for no Peggy Prince. Why would he bother to respond? He was always under hiding to nothing. What he has done now is legitimize Harry even further. Come on. There's no way in the world Netflix will have made this documentary without talking to the rest of the family first. Clearly, William is trying to lie his way out of this to save his own hide. No, Kensington Palace comment staff, I wasn't giving a chance to respond. Netflix, yes you were. Kensington Palace com staffer, I got an email from a third party, not Netflix or Archwell, and tried to verify it with you and got no response. Netflix, silence. Okay, we shall see. Let's see here. Alright, let's see here. Literally everyone knows that production companies make TV shows. They are all very legitimate and make it clear who they are working with, but production companies sell shows to XYZ network or streaming service. But how come did, like I just said a few minutes ago, throughout the Jubilee, the Queen's funeral, the Netherlands thing, the Netherlands INVICTUS, I was hearing the morning shows, some of the clips that I came across, that they were doing a Netflix. They're working with Netflix production crews and all of that. How did they know? So they knew. They knew. We could. You can make excuses. You could go back to some of those clips in the UK or probably somewhere on YouTube. Okay, it's irrelevant. Netflix or Archwell just need to verify it, but they never responded. So how did the palace decline? Where is their email saying we declined to respond? If they email to verify this was right email from them to reply to, that's not declining. All right, let's see this one. There's more than that. It's not irrelevant because the palace deals with this all the time and knows what they are doing. They're trying to use plausible deniability where there is none. Okay, no, there's not. I mean, people's making excuse for them. The palace protocol is to verify. You give no answer as to why they didn't verify. It's a simple matter to do so and common practice, and you give no answer as to how that is declining to respond. It's actually engagement with the request, so quite the opposite. If Kensington Palace or royal family will lie about being contacted, they will lie about not knowing it was legitimate. For God's sake, all they have to do was Google the production company. What a thin lie. Giving all the practice they had. Yeah, I mean, they knew about it, okay? Like I said, the morning shows were talking about Harry and Meghan working with Netflix crew and all of that. They don't want Netflix people to come into the palace and all. I've heard of that. So they knew it was Netflix. Okay, next tweet. Right, there's this. Yep, that is what I thought about when I found out they were contacted. All right, let's see here. I remember a while ago, out of nowhere, the royal voter started talking about the Sussexes having a Netflix reality show. That tells me that KP and BP were contacted by Netflix. They did not respond and instead leaked it to the press. Harry and Meghan, Netflix. Oh, that's a GIF. Okay, they are always so obvious. I bet KP let those headlines through their paid press PR machine. It's hard to fathom how petty, jealousy, and vindictive the Wells really are. Okay, so that's all with the comment. Let's go to the next one. Next tweet. This is why no one takes British journalism seriously anymore. Okay, this is America. Is why we don't like her. Okay, so disrespectful. Okay, so these people. Okay, this is the part where it's 15 seconds. That's where Meghan was talking about courtesy to the Queen. Alright, so let's see here. Are going to need to stop platforming the abusers like this case. Alright, so there's more comment. Okay, you don't like her because he didn't choose one of you. That's a good one. Edited to omit how she was reflected on how bad it was because they know some of their viewers will only see that clip. It's so obvious that this was a self-on of, quote, I was a clueless American and I made a fool of myself and from the Majesty of the Queen. What is it? There was one that I heard people are crying over the sedimentary. Oh my God, Miss Doria, I heard her voice. Yes, I heard her voice in the documentary. I've always said I never heard her talk. She finally did, and when it was most important, when it was mattered. I'm gonna leave this alone because there was some stuff that I respond to that courtesy, and I don't know where I have it, where I put it. I don't want to read all of these. Next one. Okay, what is this? This was supposed to be a fun. This is so true. Even in some African tribes, example, in Tanzania, a light-skinned daughter dowry is higher than the dark-skinned daughter. Okay, let's listen. Meghan Markle, quote, I was never treated black. Was Meghan throwing a shade on black people when she said this? Discussing on at TMZ Live. Lorenzo, okay, let's listen. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. I have to stop in between, okay? And if you want to see it, go to TMZ channels or whatever it may be, okay? I have to talk over it.
What do you say to people? There's a conversation happening online right now in the black community where there are black women who feel like that was a diss or a slight. To me, like I said, it stung, but it wasn't surprising because I know, you know, the colorism conversation, difference in treatment, things on its face, how it may look if I enter a room versus a Meghan Markle. But what do you say to people having the conversation right now that was Meghan Markle, again, shading black people and, you know, black people are here standing up for her?
Okay, I don't see it as her shading black people. Listen, when she used the word as a black person or black woman, you have to understand that whenever we talk about racism, we end up having to use these terms, white, black, because that is what these people understand. That's what people...
You have to differentiate them, okay? You have to say which one you're making reference to. Yes, I understand, Dr. Shola.
People, the racists understand. That's what, you can't engage in these really deep, serious conversations without using the very terms that have been used to define us or define the perpetrators of racism. So I think using the term she's not being treated as a black person or a black woman is to address the derogatory dehumanization that black people experience for being black. And believe you me, I'm not saying this to defend her or because I think she needs defending. I'm saying this because even as a dark-skinned black woman, I do say this is how black women are treated. Now, when it comes out of my mouth, perhaps it's seen as more acceptable because I'm darker skinned. But I think it's important to understand that lighter-skinned biracial women have to be able to say, we see what our darker-skinned black sisters experience. And while that is not our exact experience, it was really a shock when we now got that same experience, you know, at a different level. And that's what she was saying. But it also means that Meghan was not aware of the, you know, the one drop rule. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not white enough for them. You know, you're not white.
There's the thing. This is the way, the level, the classism. When you look at the video that I have with the UK flag, where I think I call it the firm. Okay, you have God, and then you have the firm, the institution, and then you have everything in between. Okay, anything below the firm. Okay, and then you go to micro division. You got white people in terms of class, in terms of social status and all of that, and then you go to the colorism and all of that. So this is the way they set this thing up to differentiate themselves, and then the firm put themselves higher. Okay, they should be the one next, okay, right after God. So this is the confusion, the nonsense they created around the world to make people you know, fight among each other. Meanwhile, they're sitting on top. Okay, let me move it back slightly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not white enough for them. You know, you're not white enough for white supremacy. One drop of blackness is enough to make you on the other side. And that, I think, again, was a shock to her, but not a shock to you and I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dr. Shola is very good at explaining her thoughts. This is what happened when you know wording and language and all of that. She's very good. I like her. And then she made sure to say, I'm not defending Meghan, nor do I need to defend her. This is what her experience, her thought, her opinion. All right, so there's my comment here. That's her experience, meaning Meghan. Did we forget the part where she mentioned her mom was called the N-word and how she was typecast for roles? So if we're going there, mention everything that she said related to it. All right. I doubt black folks are having a conversation about colorism because we know it exists, just as we know racism exists. It's just that the Karens and Karens want to change the script by letting black folks on TV to talk about this nonsense as a distraction. Do better. Okay, exactly, agree. Lighter skinned black women are treated differently than darker skinned black women. Meghan felt comfortable saying this because she has witnessed it. Yeah, this is why I said we should mention, so I don't forget where I'm. Okay, this is why I say let's not forget about the part where she talked about her mom. She witnessed her mom being called the N-word, and then there's some part in the docu-series where she said some roles, okay, movie roles or TV roles were not given to her because she didn't fit certain boxes. All right, let's see here. Agree, lighter skinned black women are treated differently than darker skinned black women. Meghan felt comfortable saying this because she has witnessed firsthand how her dark skinned mother is treated. My aunt used to take my mother to white side of town as her maid. Okay, there's that. Thank you for explaining that, Dr. Shola. I feel the same way. Meghan was not throwing shade on black women. Jesus Christ, Doria is darker. Remember when Doria was called the N-word? There it is. She saw how it made her feel. Let it go. Yeah. I don't know. They have to try something to create chaos. Okay. One of two. I suspect that Doria wanted to avoid impossible psychological limit or fear onto Meghan while she was a little girl, and because they live in California, that choice was possible to make. When Meghan met Harry and they fell in love, it became clear that all the pain Doria. Yeah, and that was a part I think. I need to go watch it again. Where Miss Doria, I think she didn't really teach Meghan much about racism and that kind of sense. And I think she felt bad for that. Okay, 1 of 2. There's the second part. Okay, 2 of 2. Tried to save her daughter, visited itself on her at once. Meghan was not prepared. Unlike Meghan, many of us who live in mixed race skin were prepared well. I assure you, it comes at a psychological cost. There was no shade here. Okay, it's an international obsession with paleness being better than brownness. To this day, how many ebony skinned women are even allowed any public standing? Paler brown women do way better than browner women. Oh my goodness. God save us. God save us. This thing needs to be erased in our society. This is a cancer of our society that they created. Okay, I just watched the first Netflix program on Harry and Meghan, and despite media critics, the two seem at peace and very much in love. Given the hell Harry has been through since his mother's very public death, he deserves peace and happiness. I'm so glad he and Meghan have found it. This is Joe Scarborough. This is what is it? Well, there it is. What do they call a presenter in the US? Okay. So I read some of the comments here. It seems like, because I don't have cable, I don't watch it unless if it comes on YouTube, then I'll be able to see it. It seems like he had already gave his opinion on live TV about it, because there's some comments that I was reading that says maybe you should say whatever he just tweeted here also on the air, because there's some stuff that he said that somewhat in a negative way. All right, let's see here. That's him continue. The initial press report on inaccuracies and the trailer did not seem promising. The happiness shines through and makes the dark work. Joe, you know better. Next time, please watch before commenting. Okay, so maybe this is what I read that made me think that. Thanks for watching and sharing. Sir, that's not what you said. Oh, this is the one. Okay, sir, that's not what you said this morning, and it was very disrespectful for any woman of color, especially with ruthless judgment. Felt vicious. That's the one. Okay, I think they, and particularly Harry, deserve love and peace, but Meghan too. My God, doesn't Meghan deserve love too? Okay, you can't live one without the other. Deserve love and peace, but I think it's hypocritical when they say they want to step away from public duties out of the public eye and then do Oprah interview and Netflix miniseries. Well,
didn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right? And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
The tabloid need to stop lying about them. Okay, all the nonsense we heard from before, we're getting their point of view. Okay, let's hear here. That's well put. That's mic drop. All right, I'm gonna go into this, and after that, I'm gonna go to the next tweet. They never said that, not once. That's tabloid rubbish. How many times does it have to be said? They did not say that. Keep spreading lies. Okay, also, should they live a more lavish lifestyle than they need to? But regardless of that, they should still need to make millions a year to fund around the clock security. That's for sure. Also, should they live a more lavish lifestyle than they need to? But regardless of that, they will still need to make millions a year to fund around the clock security. Not saying they wouldn't do this stuff anyway, but people need to realize that it's a huge burden. That's not their fault. Okay, there's no hypocrisy here. Harry and Meghan want the British press and royal family to stop attacking and lying about them. Harry doesn't want history to repeat itself when it comes to his wife and his kids. The tabloid are creating a very dangerous situation when it comes to their safety. Yeah, that's exactly true. Please name your source. They never said public eye. They said the praying eyes associated with royal duty. Okay, they never said that. You're just repeating tabloid gossip. Okay, say you didn't watch Oprah interview without saying you didn't watch the Oprah interview, and stop repeating those lies the voter told you just to spew hate. Okay, the royal family is public life. Since they can't make their own money and depend on taxpayers, they step away from that. That is what they mean by private. I think you and many British media misunderstood them. All right, let's go to the next tweet. And they do get the privacy that they want. Oh my God, when I was watching the docu-series, even when they were in the car, they looking left and right, who's following them. I'm like, this is crazy. This is pure crazy. Even in the car. Oh my Lord. All right, next tweet. On this trip, Harry found the girl he feels completely whole with, and she was strong enough to stand by him against the media vultures. She's his new home. Harry and Meghan, Netflix. I love this picture. Look at them. Yeah, this is why I said I don't see myself. Not that Harry would want me anyway. I'm not saying that, but this kind of thing is very, very. It's not peaceful, but there she is. She's willing to do it with him, and this is why he's doing his best to protect her. And then all the other women in his life just ran away and said they can't deal with that. In a way, I think the universe was trying to throw a curveball at us. Okay, give him the practice. Okay, the mindset, all those practices with all the other girls that he's been with, to see, okay, this woman I love or I like or whatever, but the press keep on disturbing his peace of mind, to make him really focus when he was fully ready, where the right one was to come around, and then to so he will be ready for it. Alright, this is so cute. Alright, can you imagine having to date with a man, starting a long distance relationship basically over the phone, and deciding that after only seeing him in person 2 times, you are comfortable enough to go to Africa to camp with no indoor plumbing? That is some kind of love. Yeah, I think I did say it in one of my thing where she had to go to pee in bushes. Where did I hear it where I had to repeat it? Where did I hear it? I know I've heard it somewhere for me to repeat it in some of my podcasts. Okay, I love hearing about early days, Harry and Meghan, the way their relationship, basically the 21st century of writing love letters until they could be together again. Honestly, it was really beautiful and gave a good look at why they were both so willing to take a chance with each other. Okay, the picture from Botswana were amazing. Okay, his center, they had to go through so much. How are you even part of that institution? I can still fathom. Why be a duke or have any affiliation with the place which humiliates the person you love? Harry should kick the title and stay far away from them. Okay, guess what? You're trying to sound all subtle, but he's a black prince. That's his family, still family, even though they don't like him for speaking out for the wrong that they were doing to him. But he is still family, and it was a gift from his grandmother. Okay, whatever political ways that they need to do, meaning the UK need to do to remove his title, then let them do it, because it was a gift that was given to him. The same way they claim it was a gift that they Fragmore was. It was a gift to him, but for some reason, I don't know, the media and the UK people, some, not all, some went berserk about them being there, so they paid it. I don't know how they consider a gift. Alright, so the UK needs to do what needs to be done to remove it. Okay, when a man is sure, there's no waiting. Harry and Meghan, Netflix, that's for sure. Okay, home sweet home. Okay, this is your home, not theirs. Okay, this is why we pray for it. Alright, look at his smile, his heart is melting. Okay, the Valve response to Harry and Meghan documentary showed that they are much better in the US and did the right thing for them. The nastiness directed toward them is terrifying. Okay, who is that? This is additional thing, additional tweet. Okay, agent contact. Okay, alright, someone in the UK. Okay, there's this. Just let them be happy. Yep. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I'm not sure if this is Lily or if this is Archie, because they look similar. I wasn't sure if this is an old picture when Archie was younger. My goodness, look at how Archie is looking at his dad. Or Lily, I don't know. I think it's Archie though. Next tweet. Okay, this one was kind of cute. Meghan and Harry and Eugenie. Yeah, they are having so much fun. Yeah, she has her father's smile, Andrew's smile, and thank God she doesn't look like Andrew, unlike the older sister. All right, there's this. There's Harry. I'm sure they went all out for Halloween because they could dress up and be something else. This is so cute. Of course, as military. Okay, I was having fun with this post. Okay, I didn't know Eugenie was so adorable. Apparently, the poison of bitterness of the royal family didn't touch her heart. There's a laugh. Now I stand her. There's me here. What? You rather be there? Laughing my ass off. There's 7 comment on the. There's me here. There's a laugh. I stand Eugenie because of her wicked IG pics edit. She stayed on Camilla and Kate's necks, and I appreciate that. Plus, her son is adorable, and the fact she and her hubby are cool with Harry and Meghan, Eugenie is fine by me. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh no, let's continue. I got out of that. I can't believe how much of a normal couple they are, like so normal. Okay, this is a tweet from account you mute. Okay, who is that? What did they say here? Okay, that's our 5th cousin, even if we despite her father. How did I mute this? Who is that? This is the same thing they did with Jodiva. This is a squaddie. Why did I? Okay, I'll come back to this another time. Okay, the candid picture coming out of the Harry and Meghan on Netflix are phenomenal. Thanks for posting this gem. Okay, wow, Eugenie should hang out with Meghan more often. This is the best I've ever seen her. OMG, I love Eugenie. I absolutely love this. Okay, they're giving thank girl vibes. I deeply approve. There's the heart. Oh my, Eugenie is so much fun, and the chemistry among these 3 is so nice. Did you see? I think it was the Jubilee, where the squaddies were having discussion where the cool kids were hanging out, and the they separate them. Harry and Eugenie and Meghan was somewhat close by. I like this fun pics. They have a full happy life. I love that for them. I love how close they are. Okay, they look like punk rock lovers. Let's see this one. Okay, daddy's special girl. Okay, I don't want to go there. Okay, so the royal family is still showing. So the royal family weren't nasty to her then. The girls enjoying and having fun. Once stand the boring royals and the castle. There's the laugh. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, how many more? Oh my god, I have so much more. Okay, Meghan saying to the press wanted her mom's side of the family to be the messy ones. Okay, I missed that. Okay, we knew they wanted the black side to be messy and then held the sperm donor as hero. Yep, the dark side of Meghan's family tree. She said what we all knew the press expected. Exactly. Look how the black side have been the most supportive and graceful one, while the sperm donor side have been the trashy one. What is it? Is it her niece, Samantha's daughter? Meghan have some good relationship with her, and it was, you could feel the hurt in her when Meghan couldn't invite her to the wedding because of the mother. That's very sad. But I think Harry and Meghan have some good relationship with her. And this is one of the things that I've said. Can you imagine if the father had kept his mouth shut and just, be a dad, support Meghan? Can you imagine right now? He probably would be hanging out with the kids. Okay? But oh no, it's not about race. Never. Okay? God answer, please. We knew that's true. I love that she said that. Of course, she's descended from slave and all that. It's racially ingrained for people to assume that black people will cause drama or be unsightly for some reason. And when you aren't, then you make an impression and, quote, you also articulate. There's a rolling eye. It's like, yes, why shouldn't I be? What were you expected? Yes, that will have suited the press narrative. Thank God they are not. I love that. Yep, let's continue. And I hope Meghan continue to have good relationship with the niece, because she seemed really cool as well. You don't hear a damn thing from her? All this time Meghan been hanging out with her, you don't hear a damn thing from her. Alright, new and response to a disclaimer that says, quote, members of the royal family decline to comment on the content in this series at the beginning of Harry and Meghan's Netflix. Royal sources tell me that Netflix did not contact Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace. There's me responding. They've abused that privilege so much that majority of people don't believe them. They just didn't get the pre-screening to prep their typical lies, that's all. Okay, I don't trust anything royal sources say. Okay, I trust Netflix over the lying palace and press. They have zero reason to lie about this. The documentation will come out. Okay, royal sources, there's the laugh. I'll wait for the official statement, thanks. Okay, what royal sources? How can we believe you? Okay, sources now translate to nobody. The palace can put out a statement. Okay, royal sources, that explains it. People are laughing about their sources now. Maybe Netflix contacted another part of the palace. I mean, I'm sure they have a main, I don't know. Okay, there's Harry who's working with them. I'm sure Harry know exactly who to contact. Harry born over there, he knew he was a working royal, so he knew who to contact directly. Okay, so let's not make excuse on that. Alright, with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Because they love to create excuses. They're talking as if, they're making excuses as if, let's say it's me and you who don't know much about the inside of the royal, the palace. Okay, there's Harry who was born in it. Okay, he will tell Netflix, oh, this is who you contact. This is this is that. Alright, and I'm sure they have online thing. Does Buckingham Palace have a like a similar to a 800 number like they have in the US? I don't know if they still do this kind of thing. Next tweet. Meghan Markle is seen makeup free in the new Netflix Harry and Meghan documentary. Yep. My goodness, she reminds me of a picture of her when she was what is it, like the grade school video? Yep. Okay, why is this even vaguely tweet worthy? That was supposed to be BC, meaning because. Okay, why my tweet and your tweet are newsworthy? Because we can. That's what I want. I used to love Harry, but for someone who says he doesn't want to be in the spotlight, he sure is staying in the spotlight.
This is, you know, this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, LOL, Meghan looks 19. Okay, and she's beautiful. Meghan looks like a teenager without makeup. Very beautiful. She's so pretty. She looks younger without makeup. If I see Kate, okay, I don't want to even mention that. If I see Kate Middleton without makeup, I'm going to have a nightmare. Okay? She has wonderful skin texture and likely has taken regular care of it and for age. But can we talk about the important stuff? That crown molding looks wonderful. Was the design carried over to wainscoting and some rooms? Mentals. These are the things for interior designers. Okay, she's beautiful. Alright, with that being said, okay, talking about this, the wainscoting. Okay. That remind me, there was a project that I was doing a while back. I haven't worked on architecture stuff. The length that we had to go to find certain crown molding for a client, it was ridiculous. All right, next tweet. So Meghan is friend with Samantha Markle's daughter. Well, that explains everything. Was news to me. All right, there's the thing here. Is that the same one we saw? There's a video, I don't have it, but there's a video that I came where she was sitting next to her grandmother or something like that. Well, if that's her, she changed completely. Yep. They went to, what is it, New Orleans to have a good time, to reconnect and all of that. All right, so that's Meghan. She was more happy to have a family member, and I think she's probably closer in age to Meghan than the mother, Meghan's sister. So, okay, it explains Kemi bitterness. Yes, this explains Samantha's bitterness. LOL. Okay, new. her niece was on her social media. Okay, I did not know about it till now. I thought she was just a friend. All right, let's see here. True, they have always been close. I'm surprised this is news to people. She lives in DC, and Meghan used to visit her in DC. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, who's gonna scoop? Okay, does Meghan hang out with Samantha's, with her niece or something? I don't know. I'll have to have a reason to go snoop further. Right, they have always been close. Okay, I just read that. I knew she was close to her niece prior. The media purposefully hide that information from the public. Okay, most of the OG Sussex squad knew. I didn't know. I'm sorry, I did not know. Okay, what was really said was Ashley and Meghan have a sweet, strong bond, and it was greatly impacted by scammy foolishness and malice. Because of scammy, Ashley couldn't go to the wedding. Yeah, I think that was, you could feel her pain. She was about to teary eyes. Okay, they were advised by the communication officer not to invite her to the wedding. I mean, that's sad. When was this bit? I missed it. Is she in? Now I get the hate scammy shows Meghan. Not only did she lose custody of her children, but Meghan was the friend and mother figure to Ashley. Wow. Okay, I need to watch, because when I put the TV on, I'm multitasking. I was doing different things, and then when I hear something, I will go back and rewind it a little bit, and then I'll text. I was not texting. I was putting stuff on my community board. All right, Meghan and Samantha's daughter have been close since suit. I think Ash is a lawyer and was influenced by Meghan. Meghan said that on her Take blog. Okay, you see, I would not know because I was not following Meghan back then. I will not know that. Okay, I didn't know that. And I think she said she's a, what kind of immigration lawyer? Okay, that was very nice. She influenced. Meghan was a good inspiration by her. Okay, I didn't know that. See, I'm learning something here. I was in tears watching Ashley as she said she wasn't invited to Meghan's wedding because of her biological mother. Why didn't Meghan and Harry just ignore Scammy and invite Ashley to the wedding? Scammy is portrayed as a spiteful, absent mother and half-sister, comma. Okay, she's not her friend, but her niece, she's so cute. Okay, wow. I knew they had been close before, but I assumed that had ended because of the issue with Samantha. I am happy that Toxic Sam and Evil Thomas didn't poison everyone. Okay, side note, they look more like sisters. Okay, Samantha Markle. Okay, I'm glad she put that. Because that's what I was thinking. That's the image I was getting. I don't know how many daughters Samantha had. This is the one that I was thinking of. Is that her? Okay, let's see here. You think Samantha Markle would be concerned by what her daughter and mother said about her alleged physical and mental abuse towards a 9 or 10-year-old child? Spit, scratch. Okay, quote, if it's not bleeding and there's nothing broken, it's not abuse. Oh my God. That's 1 minute and 57 seconds.
Mother, I would sum her up as
not
very good. She shouldn't be a mother, or should not have been a mother.
Wow.
It was a bit rough. She had a bit of abusive tendencies.
Wow.
It was probably when I was maybe 9 or 10. I would get like scratched or spit at, hair pulled, that type of thing.
Damn.
Oh, I remember one morning, Noelle was sitting at the table eating breakfast, and she had a pair of her tennies in the middle of the living room. Mm-hmm. And Samantha started screaming at her to get her effing shoes out of the middle of the floor. That was the start of a tirade.
Oh my God, that is sad. That is sad. And this is who I thought the other one was, the one that appeared on the documentary.
That's my effing daughter, and I'll treat her how I want to.
Oh my God.
I'm not beating her, is what she told me.
She said if it's not bleeding and there's nothing broken, there's no abuse.
Oh my God.
When she wouldn't take me to school, she would call the school and say, oh, I wasn't home, or I was sick, or I just didn't want to go, or I was refusing to go. So of course the school, that made me look bad to the school. And I had been a straight A student up until the time that Mark had moved in, mm-hmm. and she had started refusing to take me to school. And of course, at the time, I didn't have a vehicle or a driver's license, so I didn't really have another option to get there. So I felt pretty bad inside. I felt like, okay, maybe it's something I did. Maybe it's my fault. Did I do something wrong?
This is sad. This is sad, really, listening to this. And, my God.
Or was I not doing good enough? She would threaten me sometimes. She would say, if you call your father to take you, you're going to get beat, or this is going to happen, or your hair is going to be pulled out, I'm going to rip your hair out. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel loved. I realized that most of the things she would say and do were just lies. So that just made me feel more and more insecure.
Wow. That is sad. Okay, there's one comment on this. Where is it? Okay, wait. How many children does she have, and did she raise any of them? That's what I'm wondering. Did she have more kids? Let's see here. Did they answer it? Okay, she has 3. Okay, so I just noticed that. Okay, she has 3, Ashley, Noel, and a son. I forgot his name. They were raised by their grandparents, never by Scammy. They are all in good terms with Meghan. Really? Wow. Okay, this is news to me. This is news to me. I did not know that. I was even confused. The one that appeared in the documentary, I thought that was this one from this video, and I was like, she changed. She looks slightly different. But yeah, so she has 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son. I told you guys, I'm not making things up. I wasn't following Meghan before all of this debacle with the royal family. If the media had left Harry and Meghan alone, this channel will not even be here. Okay, I've heard they had relationship with Ashley, had come out in defense, but I'm shocked how destructive Scammy is and how many bonds she's destroyed. There's jealousy, and then there's the Markles. Wow. Okay, it all makes sense. Samantha is red with jealousy that her daughter gets to be part of her life, while Samantha never showed interest. This Scammy even know she never mentioned this in her book. Meghan had her on her IG years ago, but their relationship was burdened by the British trash rags. Okay, is this the niece who said her mother Scammy hated Meghan and wanted nothing to do with her until the news of dating Prince Harry surfaced? Okay, you can see the resemblance. I saw a clip about 2 years ago where and I think the grandmother spoke well of Meghan. She is so beautiful and look like Meghan. She's been hurt too. Okay, Hot Wheels' daughter, isn't it? Oh my God. Scammy's own mother and children have been vocal that she's less than a motherly and the sister adoration for the money. Okay, but truth will always come out. Yeah, okay, different language. Okay, whatever's there, I'll go after do the next tweet. It was said how she couldn't come to the wedding and how they all share this narrative that Meghan did not have a relationship with anyone. I love how Meghan said they expect my mom's side to be the horrible, but the drama came from the Markles. Very good friend who traveled together. Samantha is clearly jealous of their relationship. It's funny to see this because I knew this from basic search years ago during the run up to the wedding. She mentioned her on her old Instagram account. I wonder if she made the wedding. Okay, said to see royal nonsense got in the way. Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. I wasn't following Meghan on IG. I didn't even know about the TIG. I didn't even a lot of celebrity I don't follow. Okay, but about the TIG and other things that Meghan was doing prior to when I started covering her, it's the squad who mentioned it and let it be known. Okay, I didn't even know how many sisters, should I say, how many kids Samantha Markle had, but the squad knew. Okay, the armies that been following Meghan from day one, from Suit or even before Suit, okay, went to the Meghan brought them with her to the palace, but the palace trashed Meghan, and then the army left with Meghan. Okay, and then they come to defense Meghan. Okay, and then they bring new recruit, and which is one of me, which is me. Okay, and many other squaddies. Okay, I got teary eye. I can see the love between her and her niece. Wow. Okay, the daughter got lucky because she looked nothing like Samantha. LOL. I was confused why Ashley wasn't at the wedding because I remember they were close. Wow. I didn't even know she had pics with her on her IG. They have always been close. She just kept out the limelight. Many believe she secretly went to their wedding, but we will have to wait and see. All right, I'm really finna go to episode 2 because I missed this. Yeah, I need to watch it again because I was doing different things, or maybe I dozed off. I was at one point I was sitting at the couch and then I was dozing off. Yeah, I'm really okay. That's that. I was so sad because of her mother. She could not be at that Auntie Purple wedding. Okay, that's why Skemi is bitter. All right, next tweet. Oh my God, I have more. I probably will split this into 2. I'm already an hour.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.